All right, so let's say I'm going to get a figure, a three-dimensional volume here, generated by taking the area between these two curves and rotating that about the x-axis. So I'm going to rotate the area between these about the x-axis. Well, what that gives me is, it doesn't give me a solid, it gives me a kind of a bottle here. But that it doesn't have that piece in there in it, so it's a hollowed out bottle is what I would call it, I guess. And so I've got this kind of got a hole in it where that kind of matches this shape here. Excuse my drawing abilities here, but yeah, so I've got this bottle, but it's got a hole in it. And so the reason this is referred to as the washer method is because, yeah, if I take, divide that up into pieces, what I've got is, rotate that, that's going to give me washers, which by washers what we mean by that is little washers, disc with holes in them. That's the washer I'm referring to, not the washing machine type thing, but a washer, disc with a hole in it. Okay. Well, long story short here, the volume of this thing is going to be basically what you do is you take the volume of the outer one, which would be pi times f of x squared, and then subtract the volume of the inner piece, right? Because if I take the volume of the inner piece, take that out, subtract that, that's going to give me the ultimate volume I want here. Well, the volume of the inner piece would be pi times g of x squared. And I can factor off the pi there. But you see what we did there? I just took the volume of the outside minus the volume of the inside. That's what that's going to give me. It's washer, what I refer to as washer. Okay, so it's outer, kind of outer minus inner, upper minus lower, I guess, another way to refer to it. Okay? Let's do one here with that. Okay, so the region bounded by y equals x squared plus 1 and y equals negative x plus 3 is rotated about the x-axis. Find the volume. Well, real quick, y equals h squared plus 1 would be this. Y equals minus x plus 3 would be this. Something like that. So I want to take this and rotate that about the x-axis. Well, yeah, this is this washer method because, I'm not even going to try to draw that, but you're going to have a hole in this graph. But yeah, it's going to be this washer method. I need to take the outer and the upper one squared minus lower one squared. And so that's going to be the f of x, again, is the upper one or the outer one, ultimately when you rotate it. So that's the minus x plus 3 one, isn't it? That's the f of x here. And then minus the g of x, the lower one or the inner one, would be the x squared plus 1. So it's, and again, these are both squared because it's really just the disk method altered a little bit to compensate for that hole, if you will. With me there? Now what about the A to B? Well, if you get the A to B, that's the intersection points, which to get the intersection points, you just set them equal. X squared plus 1 equals minus x plus 3. And with a little bit of solving here, add x and subtract 3, we've got x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0, which is x minus 1, x plus 2, or vice versa. So that's x equals 1, x equals negative 2. So it's negative 2 to 1. Yes? Well, the best thing to do here, go ahead and square those out. Negative x plus 3 times negative x plus 3, that would be x squared. Minus 3x would be minus 6x plus 9. And then minus here, square that out. Just have to be careful because it is minus behind the minus sign, all that. So it'd be minus parentheses x to the 4th, x squared plus another x squared would be 2x squared plus 1. Yeah, that negates all those. So I believe what I wind up with, negative 2 to 1 pi times, would be negative x to the 4th. I got x squared minus 2x squared, so that'd be minus x squared. I got minus 6x. Then I've got 9 minus 1, so that'd be plus 8. Now I can do my antiderivative. Be pi times negative 1/5 x to the 5th minus 1/3 x to the 3rd. It'd be 1/2 x squared times 6. And then 8x, negative 2 to 1. I believe is what we got. Plug in the 1, you got negative 1/5. Plug in the 1, you got negative 1/3. That's 3x squared, so it'd be minus 3 plus 8. Plug in the negative 2, that would be negative 1/5 times negative 32. Minus a third times negative 2 cubed would be negative 8. 3 times negative 2 squared would be 3 times 4. And then 8 times negative 2 is minus 16. Now I get that all to come out to be 117 over 5 times pi. Check on that, but look, that's what we get. Any questions?